the stories behind it, you know, from, you know, Orkney, being on Orkney and everything. So I'm always, it's always something I try to push, and it's always something I try to sell. I believe in the brand a lot. So, but again, I'm a whiskey drinker, whiskey need all day, every day. For cocktails, we try to do, at the stand, we are, you know, we see anywhere from 300 to 800 people per night. So we do, you know, craft cocktails, but we try to do riffs on classics, and then we try to just do like 3 to 5 bottle pickups, nothing crazy, so people can come in and out. The key into our program is pretty much just into like their syrup. So you're getting a lot of flavor in your cocktails, but we take the heavy end of it on the prep side and not on the guest side. So as Tommy was saying, like the big suspended bartenders and stuff, they're all great, and going to your cocktail bars are awesome. But to me, it's more about the guests and getting their drink and enjoying their company, that they're there, and we're here just to get it out to you. So, so that's pretty much me in a nutshell, pretty much. So, yeah.
It's a great nutshell. I like that nutshell.
Good solid nutshell.
Where did you get your start? Where did you get introduced to actually learning this trade? Because it's not easy, you know. Like
no,
it's and sling Bud Lights and pour Jameson, but
and there's nothing wrong with that either. You know what I mean? Like I've definitely had my fair share of and working in those style bars. I mean, dive bars are the bars that I go to when I'm out of work. You know what I mean? So
that's how you make money as a bartender too, so.
What's that?
That's how you make money as a bartender too.
Yeah, it's great. For me, I've been in the industry for 25 years actually. So I grew up in Queens, 100% Italian. Grew up in a very blue collar, rough Italian family, pretty much. You know what I mean? Everything was tough. So my family pretty much at like 15, the way I was going, they were like, listen, you know, my grades weren't really the best, and they were like, you need to find something that you love to do, that you can make money at, so a trade. So, you know, I had no interest in cars. I had no interest in becoming, you know, a hairstylist or anything like that, or aviation. So I wound up going to trade, and I wound up going to culinary school. And about the first or second day that I was in, I instantly fell in love with it. It was a way for me to be able to express myself. I was able to play with food. And then I had a voice with my family as well. Like they wanted to know what I was doing and how I was cooking and stuff like that. So I started my career as a chef for about 8 years down in Florida. I moved down there where I went to school. Did it, but down there it was in St. Pete, and in St. Pete there wasn't really, the scene wasn't what it is now. It was just a lot of senior citizens and twofers and early bird specials and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really, the money wasn't that great, so it wasn't really something that I was kind of struggling with. And I had a daughter at a very young age, at 17. So it wasn't, being in the kitchen just wasn't really working out. So I moved into the front of the house to where I got into service, and then I got into a bar as a bar back. And then from there, it was about 10 years ago, I'd say, like, right, 10, 15 years ago, when the craft cocktail scene started taking place, where I felt that strategically that was the best place I could be, because I still wanted to play with food, and I still wanted to be able to play with ingredients, and craft cocktails were the way to do that. So I was able to make more money. I was able to be behind a bar. I was able to talk to guests, and I was still able to create at the same time. So from that point on, I just kind of excelled at it. And Bob's your uncle, you know what I mean? Like I'm here now. You know, this is just 25 years of doing it. I love it. I'm now a beverage director. So, you know, I've held many positions in the industry, from consulting to, you know, being a sous chef over to now being a beverage director. But behind the bar, I just love it. I think it's so well-rounded for so many points. And just guest interactions are awesome. Creating guest experiences are perfect. So that's it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And what flavors did you pair up for us today? What do you?
All right. So being the Viking that we're talking about, I don't have any Highland Park at my house right now. I didn't know about that. So
a real Viking would drink all of the whiskey, so I do not.
Yeah, that's true. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a play on a daiquiri, actually. So we're gonna do some Brugal 1888. I have from Twisted Alchemy. They dropped off some products for me the other day. They've got some of these beautiful, like, cold pressed juices. So I have some cold pressed Persian lime juice, and then we have some cold pressed blood orange juice that I turned into a syrup. So we're gonna do a blood orange daiquiri, a Persian lime blood orange daiquiri for you guys today. So
nice.
That sounds awesome.
Good. All right. So I'm gonna mix everything up. My roommate does work for Jack, and she's got her live feed in the living room right now. So I'm doing this in my bedroom. So I'm sitting down making a cocktail for you guys. So, hey, Ma, some meatloaf.
First time we've ever had a cocktail made from a bed. So
yeah, right. It's a couch. I have like a living room in my room. So, but yeah.
It's an impressive.
Here we go. Thanks. I'll take
You're missing out, Evan. Best cocktails are made in bed, baby.
In
Yes,
bed, baby.
sir. I need the invite, Jeremy. Jeremy, how do you get invited to this Schwacky?
Yeah.
Well-
So that's like it's kind of like a fortune cookie, the in bed thing that you'd say that you get it at Ho Hop, you know. So
Yeah, same thing.
That's what you call
All right.
full circle, bringing it back.
yeah, that's it. Comedy. So I'm gonna do 2 ounces of the Brugal 1888. We support this brand quite a bit at the stand. It's in a couple cocktails. It's delicious. Usually people like to use white rum for daiquiris. I like to use darker rums. I kind of like the complexity of them. It gives a little bit more flavor. For daiquiris too, a lot of people do 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. I go a full ounce. I like mine a little bit tartar. Persian limes they're a little bit more aromatic as well. So you're really gonna get that on the nose when you first touch it, or get it to your face pretty much. And then hold on. And then I made a blood orange syrup out of the blood orange juice. So this is gonna give it a nice. We're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of this. And this should give it a nice tartness with the lime. But, I mean, you guys know how blood oranges taste. Actually, I wish I had whole blood oranges because I would actually char some and make like a charred blood orange here. But fortunately, I don't have it.
That elbow game is serious, man. Like, I don't even think I could, like, go that far. I'm an over the head guy. That's
Over the head. All right, so let's see. I don't know if you guys can see the bottom of my screen because I have all you guys down there. So can you see that glass or no?
I see the tops of the Wyoming bottles.
Yeah,
and
no coupe.
No coupe. All right, so we'll go higher.
there it is. Look at that
Yeah,
color.
that's good stuff.
Yeah, so this is nice little like that cloudiness from the blood orange. And in daiquiris, I don't really like to do garnishes, but there you go. So if everyone's got a glass, cheers.
Yes.
Salute. Thank you, Chris.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Salute.
It's my
So
first sip of a drink in 2 months.
Ah, yeah. I'm glad I could be that guy. Welcome back.
All of a sudden, he's just slaughtered. Just
I can't wait to look at your stories later on tonight.
Wow, that's delicious, actually. That's really good.
once it touches your lips.
Once you fill it up again.
Excellent, dude. So, I mean, I guess those are some bold flavors you put together. Does that come from your culinary background?
Yeah. So definitely with my approach, every bartender has their own style. I also think we're like the kind of schooling that you come up from, the education that you get through different bar programs and stuff. I definitely have a culinary approach to my cocktails, 100%. Again, that's where kind of strategically being behind the bar made sense for me to do it, because I could apply my culinary techniques to cocktails. So to me, it's not really about using multiple spirits, which is great and you can do. There's so many just natural ingredients and natural flavors that you can turn into syrups or infusing or steeping, fat washing, stuff like that. So my approach to cocktails definitely is more of a food approach to it. I try to take dishes and see how I could turn a dish into a cocktail. I think that's a good like balance out. Tommy knows that we do this thing called Chef Series at the stand, right? Where every month we take a different brand and we feature it, and then our chef will get a featured chef as well. We'll create a menu based on the brand that we pick and based on the theme that we do, and I'll literally pair cocktails to the dishes that we're using and use all the ingredients, and we'll try to work around. So it's a good like test to kind of see where we can go. But what my chef will do, he will create a dish, or the celebrity chef or the guest chef that we have that day will create a dish, and I'll take all those flavors and I'll completely flip them upside down and turn them into a cocktail. We did the Highland Park a couple months ago.
Can I tag in?
Go for it.
That mead cocktail with the, what did you make that with, the light and the dark, I think?
What, the beer one, or the beer cocktail was the Frecky and the Grecky after Thor's dog. So that one was with the light and the dark, which would have been a $60 cocktail if you did that. So
those were some of that was amazing. But what was it? The mead milk punch, that was insane.
I saw that list.
So
I saw when
good.
you had it. I printed it up. I was like, I want that. I want that. Give me that.
Yeah, it was great. We did some really great things, but I think that dinner though, again at the stand, it's hard for me to still be able to like really get into culinary and really go nuts with it. So I have to play with flavors that are a little bit safer, but the technique is there and the culinary approach is there, just so the guests get it. So you're going to get something beautifully done. Execution is going to be done, is going to be perfect, but I can't really go too crazy. So when we do these dinners, I get to go ham, you know what I mean? It's literally being a liquid chef. So there's a ton of fun. The Highland, we did a Wyoming one, which was actually our first one, which was a game dinner, which was beautiful. And then the Highland Park one, those were actually my two favorite ones. I'm not saying it because I'm in a room of Edrington. I'm saying it because I actually, yeah. I'm saying it because I actually do, I do believe it. But yeah, I mean, we did some great stuff on the Highland Park one. I made a drink called Freya, which was Thor's wife. And we did, we took some rye bread and steeped it in heavy cream for 2 days. So we made a bread rye cream, like heavy cream. We strained out all the bread, all like the sediment from it. So we had this caraway flavored with some dill syrup. What else did I put in there? A little aquavit. And then what did we use? We used the Highland Park 15 for that one. It was absolutely beautiful with a little bit of egg white. It was just awesome. What did you think of it, Tom? Did you like it?
It was all love. That was the key ingredient, a sprinkle of love to it. That was... It was stupid. It was really, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I didn't want to eat anything else after that. I just wanted to keep on drinking that drink. I'm fairly confident because I had the pleasure of having oh, there it is. Cam has the menu up. I'll try to focus on
repost
Cam
that.
right now.
It was a big.
Yeah. Tom, you still have the menu, right? We can email it out. Yep. But
there it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. What did we do? We did rye bread milk, egg white. I did citric acid in it.
Insane.
12-year. Yeah, there we go. The Odin, that was the drink that we started off with. That drink was awesome. That was with the mead, actually. So that was with the blood orange mead that we did, which was really nice.
That was a fantastic night, man. Fantastic night. Yes, there it is. Yes. Excellent.
That's awesome.
I want to buy that album.
That picture is so perfectly New York as well. It's just like, it's borderline obnoxious in the perfect way.
In every way, and it's perfect. That's great. Love it. So, and it's all on stage too. So, but it's great. And, you know, again, like on that, I get to, when Tom is talking about the relationship and stuff, I've been really grateful that he's kind of walked into my life this way professionally, because he's just, you know, he's just really willing to like help out, and like he kind of gets my vision on what we want to do. So he's always there for really good support. So, and again, like, there's so much good product that Edrington has that, you know, it's just, it kind of makes my job a little easier. So, I appreciate it very much. So that's, you know, why we're here.
I appreciate you, good sir. Thank you very much for that.
I have a question.
Two more. Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah. So Chris, just talking about the culinary background and building cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about the process you go through in selecting flavors and building a cocktail? If you're trying to build a daiquiri style cocktail for your menu, what is the process that you go through in finding flavors and then balancing those flavors?
So that goes into multiple things. So when I worked at Seamstress, we had our bar manager. So obviously Pam Wisnitzer, everyone knows Pam. And then we had Luis Hernandez as our bar manager. Luis has the same approach that I do as far as making cocktails. He's a little bit nerdier. He gets a little bit more scientific. But he came up with the system called flavor mapping. And flavor mapping is something that I don't know if a lot of other bars do it, or a lot of people, maybe we just kind of named it ourselves through Seamstress. But what flavor mapping is, it's a technique that we'll do. So first, when making a cocktail, we'll figure out what's the style of cocktail that we want to do. And then we'll figure out what spirit that we're going to use to go with that. It's going to be anything. It doesn't, if we're making a daiquiri, it doesn't have to be rum. We can do a variation of it, whatever the flip is. We'll decide what our spirit. Then we're going to go into seasonal. I try to be seasonal as possible. I try to be as local as possible as I can with my cocktail. So what's the freshest that I can get? What's around me? What's cost effective for my menu as well? And then from there, we'll kind of map out. Now, let's say like doing blood orange and Persian lime, which I have in front of me now, and this is through the syrups. If I'm out at a farmer's market, or if there's something that my chef is playing with and he got into the restaurant, just because I'm using blood orange, let's say, that we'll just use it as the ingredient. Blood orange, it doesn't mean I'm going to turn it into a syrup. There's other ways that we can incorporate the blood orange into a cocktail. So I'm going to pretty much write down on the flavor map, how do I want to incorporate this flavor into the cocktail? Is it through a syrup? Is it through a tincture? Is it through like a mist? Or is it, like in any like way that way? And then from there, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. So from there, once because I'm staring at the stuff, once we get to that point, we'll write down, and then we'll map out what flavors pair with blood orange. So instead of taking the base spirit, where everyone kind of takes the flavors and uses it on the spirit, I actually use it on the ingredient, like, or on a fresh ingredient instead. So I'll go from blood orange, and I know that lime or an orange or lemon will work with it, or vanilla works with blood orange really well. So then we'll stem up, and now how do I incorporate vanilla into the cocktail? So it's just more about taking one step and making building blocks, and then moving and venturing out that way. And then eventually you have your cocktail. It becomes a full circle. So that makes sense?
Sweet. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Take me to
So,
church. Sheesh. That was
What's
excellent. To take me to church. That was great.
Yeah, I'm like, I
Knowledge
haven't
on
really,
you.
I haven't really spoke cocktails. I've done a couple videos since we've gotten into this quarantine and stuff, and I've been active a little bit, but I'm actually really happy because I haven't really been able to talk about like in-depth stuff. So thank you guys for the opportunity again to do this. So
Absolutely. Can you explain how why you stir cocktails and how you bruise a cocktail again?
Tommy the Bruiser. Did anyone see that one or no?
No.
That video? All right, I'll let Tommy tell you on a different time. But Tommy's calling the Bruiser.
It was fantastic. I got a good kick out of it. But yeah, man. So it's cool. Like I think a lot of people in here share similar sentiments where we enjoy a good cocktail. We enjoy really expensive whiskey that we really don't have to pay for, which is awesome. But outside of work, outside of brand loyalty, outside of your obligations, when this is all said and done, what's the first bar you're going to? What are you ordering? And what's the first restaurant you're going to? And what are you ordering?
The first restaurant I'm going to is mine. Just like get right back to work. Oh man, that's tough. I think the first two bars I would go to, I would go to August Laura, and I would go to Holiday. That's pretty much where my friends hang out, and they're all industry people. I just want to hug everybody, so that's first and foremost. You know what I mean? So I just want to get into where I know everyone's going to kind of be. Just look at each other and be like, we braved the icy winds and fire. We got through it. So those two bars, I can catch pretty much one of my friends or multiple friends at any given point there. So that's where I want to be. For food, the first place I want to go is Keen's.
That was my last meal. My last meal
it was one of my last good meals that I had. Me and Paul, the owner of the stand, we actually went out with our friend Ari. But I love Keen's. It's my go-to steakhouse. It's I want a big old prime rib, so I can't wait for that.
Literally, I got the notification. I'm like, wow, they just canceled the NBA as I was sitting at Keen's. Now, I'm with you on that, man.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, hey, look who it is. Speaking of Vikings and Pirates, and speaking of good eats, I see my good man JP over here.
What's up, Sonny?
What's
How
up,
are you?
man?
Good,
So, living, man. For all you guys that don't know, this is JP Rodrigues. I'll highlight
Hello,
him.
everyone. How
Hey,
are
buddy.
you?
So, Christian,
Chilling.
you've met JP before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going, brother?
Yeah, chilling, man. We're good.
How
We're
you
good.
been? Good to see you again, man.
Good to see you too, bro.
Yeah, bud.
Very nice. Very
Welcome to my
excited.
bar.
Christian and I are gonna come in and get
did make my
matching.
mission. I did make my mission. Went outside and just go on, just because they gotta support the team.
Hey.
Just I went outside just to support the team, and it's a beautiful day outside. Huh? Holy shit! Everybody want to be out, but everybody's stuck in.
Absolutely, man.
All right,
It's
so
nice.
the bandana is for use and not there we go. Got it. Good.
Because I show up like this as I was arriving to the bar. I'm like, hey, what's up? But then I realized the camera was off. The camera was totally off. And I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, oh, man. So, we try. It's a new thing here, the Zoom thing. Everybody's Zooming.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like it. It's fun. So I just posted on Instagram to let everybody knows how it kind of works. I was trying to log in from another one to make one more so I can write on the same time that we're talking. But I got stuck in here. I'm lost in the thing. Too much technology, man. I know how to draw. Come on. Give me a brush, give me a draw. Too much typing and things. Like too much. We're getting there.
If I must say, you draw very well, sir. It's
Thank you.
This is all JP's work right here. So
Oh, wow.
It's better than I draw. I can do it better than I draw.
JP's a rock star. But if honestly, JP, I don't know if you've seen this, but Christian has one of my favorite tattoos ever.
Is my name?
You could show him the child, Christian.
Wait, which? Oh, let's see.
Nice.
Oh my God.
I'll zoom in on that one.
It almost looks like it should talk. It should almost talk.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was at my roommate was hosting a pop-up at Randall's, a barbecue place around the corner from my house, and I walked in and they were doing tattoos. They had like all the generic skulls and skulls and Santa Claus stuff, and then Yoda, baby Yoda's like sitting on a little piece of flash art, and you're not gonna not get Yoda.
Of course, you have to.
So the rest of my skin is all taken up. I have real estate that it's used. So I was like, he's going on me. So I just put him on my hand, and may the force be with me.
With you. A couple more days, huh? We like to have on Monday, no? Monday.
Yeah, since we've broached the subject, I watched all of that Baby Yoda show.
Segue. What a segue, Tom.
Well, Tommy set it up by saying, "Show us the child." Did we ever? Is it called Baby Yoda? Did the thing ever get a name?
Well, it's definitely not. It's not Yoda. So
it's Baby Yoda forever, man. Come on.
Do I team Baby Yoda or team the child? Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, it's a plush toy that I just got. It says La Infant. So I don't even know what language it is, but I got the plush toy. I pre-ordered it like 5 months ago.
The child.
Did it come yet or no?
Yeah, I have it. I'll text my mom for the meatloaf and all that extra bring it in.
Tommy, can you show us a picture? Because I remember when you ordered that in our team meeting, we were like, how many can you order?
One came in. There are a few more coming.
So, Tommy, that's what you guys were doing in the corner of our team meeting. Oh my God, I got to sit in your corner.
Tommy.
Hey man, what else are you going to get accomplished in those? But it's funny, when I walked in and Christian and I were having a serious conversation. And I'm like, we're talking about like how we're going to set things up for, I think, one of the dinners. So it was either the Wyoming dinner or Highland Park dinner. And I get a little bit of anxiety in planning these things, as some of you may know. And I'm like, yeah, so we're going to, dude, is that Baby Yoda? Like, I literally just like stopped dead in my tracks. Yes. Thank you, baby.
That's awesome.
And can I show them the belly too? There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. Do they care?
Yeah, of course they care. And this is the other Baby Yoda. Come on over, Bips.
Of course they care. Honey, I swear to God, they
Look
care.
at the Baby Yoda.
Hey.
Look at the Baby Yoda.
Her shirt with the tiny Yoda face on.
Here's the other one.
We know that one's a girl.
Hi,
now.
guys.
Hi. Congratulations
Hopefully it's
again.
not really the Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
I will be pleasantly surprised.
You are going to name the Baby Yoda. Perfect.
We witnessed that.
So yeah, this is only one of them that came through, and I told Ashley that, oh no, it's for the baby. And she's like, you ordered that before we knew we were pregnant.
That's great.
Yeah. So
talking about tattoos, I was at Tails a couple of years ago, and I don't know if you all remember, there was a William Grant were doing a Sailor Jerry's activation where you could get a tattoo, and it was all the classic Sailor Jerry tattoos. And I'd had a couple, and it was in that weird backyard. And I went up and I looked, and there was a couple I wanted. It was just a bunch I'd held in such high regard for so many years. But, we're alcohol professionals. And I thought to myself, no, I'm not that guy. I'm far too good at this. Although I was pretty drunk, I didn't get a tattoo. And I think I'm one of the only people in history to have woken up and regretted not getting a tattoo. I was so pissed this morning. Could have got a free Sailor Jerry tattoo.
Yeah.
And they
really
use
put yourself in
downtown
a bad
tattoo
situation,
from
man.
Frenchmen. They use
Where were
great tattoo artists there. It's downtown tattoo on Frenchman.
Karen, where were you planning on getting the tattoo?
Where do you think?
Yeah. Let's get weird.
The monkey aloha tattoo.
My name is for free. And if you get my name, it's all free. Don't worry about it. 18 letters, very long. Don't worry about it.
I wanted to introduce you guys to JP too. Christian, we're going to be going here once this does open, but JP is actually going to be opening up a tattoo club and featuring Highland Park cocktails and Highland Park drinks and all Highland Park spirits.
That's correct.
The tattoo club.
Tell us what that is. What's a tattoo club?
So the idea, like I was thinking about it a lot. Like, how can we engage more the thing of tattooing, right? Like people like, okay, you're not allowed to drink, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. It's all at the end. It's like every myth that people said is not really true. You will talk about getting a tattoo before, and before the fun times, you already have conscience of everything you're doing. So me, Tommy, Juan, and a couple other people, we've been talking a lot. Every different artists, like chefs and things. I was thinking like the whole idea, because my old studio was very private, right? The first idea of Aqua Santo was in my old house in Brooklyn. Then I moved to Chelsea and have this little basement studio that was super private. You couldn't find that at all. And people was always going there having fun, having a joy. So I was thought about it, I said, man, how can we engage even more? How can we put everything and then have the person have the best time of their lives? Because when you get a tattoo, even that it hurts, you have to enjoy the best part of the whole time, because you're going to be with you forever. It's the worst when people say, oh man, the tattoo artist was like not a nice person. This person was not like this. It kind of sucks, you know? So I was thinking about it. So I said, you know what? Let's build the same way I had it before, as I have 2 floors in the studio these days. Like, let's build the same way as before. So you basically buy a membership, a yearly membership. If it was a car club or like a cigar club or anything. And then every time you come, you can have like 1 hour tattoo or 2 hours tattoo every month, once a month, whatever with the little things you're gonna go through it. But you can have like a personal chef. You can have your own bartender for you. Learn about the brands. Learning about like DJing, like any different tiers of the club. You can have the different things and be a part of every year. We have a bigger reunion at a different place with everybody who's part of the club, and I think it'll be easier for everybody, you know, and more affordable too for everybody.
That's cool. I like the idea.
It's a great idea.
I don't think it's ever been done before. So.
And being that he's going to have a club license, he'll be able to have a liquor license to go ahead with his tattoo license.
Totally correct. That's the whole idea.
So we're going to bring that. We're going to bring that that setup from Sailor Jerry from Tales of the Cocktail to JP's studio, and Christian and I are going to get white girl wasted and be covered head to toe in tattoos.
Yeah.
And you'll have no excuse but to get that face tattoo you always wanted.
That's correct.
Yeah. Big old Mike Tyson.
I'm going to get Darth Maul. I'm going to get his right where my beard line starts. That's what I'm going to do.
You got to get the horns, buddy.
Yeah. You want your baby Yoda, Tommy, to see that coming out of the womb for the first time.
Speaking of horns, good segue. I'm going to mix a little bit of some Wyoming, and I got my little Viking horn here.
Nice.
Segway. Super. Proper.
So I want to know what everyone else's favorite place is going to be. Where's everyone else going to go? Their first cocktail back, their first meal back. Sound off. Where do you guys want to go? JP, we'll start with you. What's your first cocktail back?
Where I would go? Man, you know how much I love Negronis, right? So,
more Margo.
I'll go to my 2 favorite spots that have always been by my home base in New York City, or EO or Macau, no? Probably one of the other. Depends on the day of the week. We have the reopening. There's all matters a lot. Depends on the day of the week. But for sure, the first 2 spots I would hit.
Tuesdays, Macau.
Macau, yeah. Macau.
Did you guys see Bam Margera? Did you see the post that he put for Macau or no? So they got him to do a little, help fund the restaurant, but he was so wasted when he did the video, and he's like, Mako, my friends at Mako. And I'm like, is he saying Macau? Like, what is going on? Because it came from the Macau site. So I was like, is he trying to say Macau? And I'm like, oh my God. So just funny, but good job, Bam.
Westchester's finest, man.
Yeah, Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Isaiah, what's up, bud? I see you. How you doing?
Oh, Isaiah's on here?
I am. Hi.
Hey,
what's
Isaiah.
up, love?
Howdy.
You got some Outrider in your glass?
It's in my mug, yes.
Yes.
Guys, just so everyone knows, Isaiah is one of my bartenders at the stand, and she is going to be an up-and-coming bartender. So for events and stuff like that, She's a huge Wyoming fan. I'll let her talk about it, but she's incredible, and she's just going to be an awesome face to see in the future once we get back and rolling. So come check her out at the bar, and it's good to hear from you.
Oh my God, good to see you.
Good to see you as well. What about you? What's your first cocktail back when this is all over? Where are you gonna go, and what's your first meal back?
Oh my God. I'm probably just gonna go to like my favorite dive bar and a beer and a whiskey.
That's it.
I like your style. I want a Rolling Rock and a Jack back. That's all I want right now.
Quick and dirty.
We want people around. That's what we wanted.
Exactly.
A lot of people around. A lot of people around. That's what we wanted.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy when people get back too. It's just, people are going to, I just hope they're responsible because people are going to be falling over just out of excitement.
If you guys ever been to Carnival back in Brazil, it will be kind of the same way, I think.
Yeah.
It would be like millions of people in the street. Everybody be in the street like, woo!
Yeah.
Stuff. Like after the whole quarantine goes. So after the quarantine, we have 1 week of celebration, and then we go back to our activities. We have to have a whole
season at the zoo when the bars open back up. Everyone's going to go lonely. It's going to be insane.
I went to Carnival in Salvador a couple of years ago. That was fantastic. Just
I'm sure about it, man. If the word goes Carnival, I get a little bananas about it. So I can hear the word. Well, because we celebrate Carnival almost every day. I can't wait, man, to see people again. I would like to hug all of you right now.
Big hugs for everybody. I can't wait. Kieran, where are you going to, man? What's your first drink back? And what's your first meal back?
I think because I've spent the last 8 years going to bars professionally, cocktail will be tough, but there's a microbrewery just down the road from me called McLeod's, and they do phenomenal cask ales. And there's one called the Wee Heavy that's 12%. So it's basically like a cocktail. It's a meal in a glass.
Wee Heavies are awesome.
Absolutely phenomenal. Aged in Ardbeg casks. Just sensational.
I'm coming to that one. Okay, I'm flying out. And that sounds awesome.
Honestly, and I mean, I quite like Ardbeg, but just that gentle aspect of Ardbeg on the back of a porter, just phenomenal. So there's that. But then first meal back will be Mastro's, my favourite account in my national accounts list.
Excellent.
They've been really kind to me, taking on SKUs. We're doing a master's flight as a test. So all 4 of the master's bottlings in a flight, and when I present things to them, they take them on just like that. So they're my favourite account. So that'll be me.
Better than you.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Evan, let me guess. You're going to get a fried bologna sandwich at Tootsies?
Oh my God. Downtown's going to be insane. Broadway's just going to be a hot frickin' mess. Oh my God. So we've got this kind of speakeasy style place called the Red Foam Booth. And they've been making some smoked penicillins that are just the wood they use and that dense smoke. I mean, they smoke the shit out of it. So it's like to get that beautiful, rich smoke. And then we were doing it with Famous Black, and we were doing a riff on it with Naked. And it's just, that fresh citrus, that heavy smoke, that bright, just cold crisp, like, I love the layers. Like, I've been making drinks at home and using a bunch of crazy shit. But, I'm like, no, I want to sit at a bar, hang out with people, and have somebody make me a solid cocktail.
And there's nothing better than getting it from somebody else. It's just
where they just push it over and you're just like, oh, this is everything.
Christian, we can't see where to follow you in that little green thing behind you. What does that say?
Oh, I hope I don't take the tape off. Whoa! Let's see. It's Christian-Orlando-2.
And what's that social media site?
That is Venmo.
Thank you. Oh,
Thank you.
I saw it back there. I just wanted to call it on out.
Just get it out there, yeah.
Building our
what is
social media
Venmo?
Following.
What is
Venmo? Excuse me. What is Venmo again?
Yeah.
It went out. I don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just let everyone know too. Any tips that you go through, I am going to donate them all to my staff at the stand. Actually, so any little bit helps. I'm trying to do my best as far as getting on these videos and stuff. You know, I obviously people are on unemployment and stuff, but you know, the people at my team, they deserve it. They've worked really hard, and you know, so anything that I can do for them, I'm gonna do. So all of this stuff is for them. So
Nice.
And Isaiah does not look nearly as angry as you when you're playing.
Isaiah, you drinking Wyoming? What do you got over there?
Outrider.
You got the Outrider? Nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm almost through my first bottle.
All right. All right.
How can I find the Venmo code?
What's that?
How can I find the Venmo code?
You want to put it in the chat for us, Christian?
Yeah.
Can you put it in there?
Can you, throw that up real quick?
God
You like
damn,
my tip jar?
Your social media account.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
There you go, guys.
Roz, where are you going, man? What's your first drink?
Well, I'm currently up in Buffalo, New York.
Nice.
But when I return to Brooklyn, my hood, Williamsburg, I'm going to the dive bar and getting the most hipster, like, cheap beer that I can get. So like a Tecate or a PBR or something fun like that. Yeah, and a shot of whatever cheap well whiskey they have, and let's call it a day.
It's
I'm
funny how
excited.
all of us are going the dive bar route.
We're all gonna be at the
back there. I'm like, nope.
Quick and dirty.
I mean, we get all these like really nice bottles at home. Like I'm drinking through my entire stash of like Wyoming and Highland Park and Glenrothes. Like I gotta drink, you know, for the long game when we go out to the bar.
I've run out of Cutty Sark.
Nah, you know, it's great. I tell everyone this too. You know, like chefs, everyone's like, oh, well, you know, being a craft bartender, everyone's like, what do you like to drink? What do you like to drink? And they expect to hear from like a cocktail, and it's like, dude, I just want a whiskey and a beer. That's it. Like I'm in heaven. You know what I mean? Just give me a whiskey neat, like a Jack neat, and a Budweiser, and I'm ready to go. And you know, and that's fine. But like, you get these chefs, and like everyone thinks that when they get out of work, they want to have like this elaborate, you know, meal, and they want macaroni and cheese and a hot dog. You know what I mean? And that's it. And that's pretty much the bar. You know, beer and a shot is the equivalent of that. To a bartender. You know, so I guess it's like that movie Five, where we're all gonna be looking up at the moon at the same time and having our beer and whiskey at the same time, which is great. So.
Though the poor man's like post shift meal was always a chopped cheese, right? The chopped cheese at the stand is hands down the best I've had in my life.
It's really good. It's only at lunchtime.
Chef Harold was gonna file a sexual harassment lawsuit on me when I like ran into the kitchen and hugged him. I was like, "This is awesome."
That's why so many.
I have to raise my hand real quick because sorry to interrupt, but Christian, what's the last four of your phone number?
You can skip
What's
it.
that?
Look underneath it. It says you can skip
3357.
Oh, okay. I can skip it. Let me try skipping it. Okay. Yes.
Haha, now she's got your phone number.
It's like it's a typical.
That was
bar.
my exactly. That was my my strategy.
What's your last three addresses and the last four of your social?
And your social, exactly.
What's your mother's maiden name?
Maria.
All good.
Maria.
All
Maria.
good.
Maria. It's always Maria.
What's up, Megan? Where are you going? What's your first drink back and your first meal back?
Hey guys.
Hey.
Megan, right?
Yes.
So I've been, first of all, I have to agree that I would never call myself a great bartender, but there's something about it being made for you that makes it taste so much better. And I don't know, I was going to ask you, is that the case for people like you who are actually good at it? Are you okay with it? Yeah, like, does it taste better when somebody else makes it? Or are you good enough?
Of course. I mean, it's amazing. It's absolutely like my roommate, like every time I cook at the house, like she's like, always like, you know, it's good. And, you know, I try to be technical as possible when I cook or whatever. And then she cooks and she's afraid to give me food because she's like, you're going to judge me. And I'm like, I'm not. I just want food. Give me, you know, whatever you make is going to be beautiful. And it's the same thing with a cocktail. As long as you care about what you're doing, I truly believe that it resonates through your cocktail. So even if your measurements are a little bit off, if I know that you care about what you're doing and you care about the guests and the experience that they're going to get, I promise you it's going to be worth it. You know what I mean? And it translates in its own way. So yeah. So if you want to make me a cocktail, feel free. I'm ready to add it. I'm good for it.
might not taste as good coming from me, I promise. But no, to answer your question, I am looking forward to my first Boo Curry. I've been craving that like crazy lately, and that is not something that I've tried, but I have limitations, and that's one of them. Something that's got to be made as nice as taco bar.
I'm going to cut you off with that because we have a beautiful barrel age program that we're doing at the stand. And we did barrel aged cocktails from Wyoming.
That sounds right. What is that with?
What Wyoming? What?
Oh, that's
cool. So we actually have this beautiful whole barrel age program. I've got 6 cocktails that we did. We bought a barrel of Wyoming. So every cocktail is it, but we did a spin on all the classics. So I do have a Bouquet that we did. It's for the comedians, Christina Hutchinson and Justin Silver. They have a show called We're Not Banging. So they are the featured comedians. It's their cocktail, but if you're looking for a Bouquet, please come in to the stand, and there'll be one that's been sitting even longer now. I was going to let it go for a month, but now it's going to go longer. So it's a barrel-aged Wyoming Bouquet. So come on in and try it.
Wow, I'm going to have to make a trip.
Come on out, guys. Zach's buying.
Buy the barrel, buddy. Buy the barrel.
Yeah. I got called a white supremacist when we launched that program. That was fun.
What?
Oh, no.
So Christian and I got to go live on the Legion of Skanks podcast, which if you guys have listened or seen these guys, they are ruthless, and their fans are even more ruthless. So Luis Gomez, who's the lead of this, he comes up to Christian and I, he's like, I'm going to make fun of you guys because I can't tell my fans to like go and drink this because they'll know that I'm lying. So the more I insult you, the more inclined they'll be to drink your product. I'm like, all right.
Picking up what you're putting down and picking up what you're putting down.
I go out there like with my hands up, like this guy's going to crush me, you know? And we're literally lighting up the, I got a brand. So we're lighting up the brand to brand the barrel live on air. And he's being really cordial and really nice. He says hi to Christian. He goes, oh, by the way, this is Tommy. Tommy's with Wyoming Whiskey. And I'm like waving, like, hi, Mom. And he's like, yeah, Tommy's a former white supremacist. Rolling into it. Oh, God.
He's like, I'm not only the client, I'm the president.
Yeah. It was pretty fantastic.
Oh, man.
Oh, and JP, we were supposed to get you on that as well. You were supposed to do Joe DeRosa's tattoo.
Do what?
You're supposed to do Joe DeRosa's tattoo live on air.
Yeah.
Oh, we can definitely make that happen.
No, that's not happening.
And that happened that night.
Huh?
That happened that night. They were on air, and I texted Joe, I'm like, I got a guy for you, and I texted you, and you're like, let's do it.
Oh yeah, that's how it works. Then like the thing like this between it's between this channel, right? Of course. So yesterday I started tattooing back again, right?
Yeah.
So yesterday I was tattooing again because like of the floors and things, and I took one client, all my clients, all my friends, and I tattooed yesterday. Tomorrow I'm tattooing again, like only 2 hours, 3 hours max a day. And man, it felt so good. You have no idea how good it felt. It was one of the best feelings ever. Like we're having drinks and chilling and things, like was just the best feeling ever. I was out today, some friends was around here on the street, and I was talking to the neighbors and everybody. Like it would be a little weird, no? But I think that the right at the beginning, whenever, I don't think we're gonna be May 15th at all. I don't think nothing gonna be back on May 15th, at least in the city. But by the end of May, I think like people have really like figured out how things move. And yesterday was really nice. Like when my friend came, he was the old chef of Yo, and he came and we tattooed. I was doing his back, and like everything like. And I told him, I said, look, I'm super sorry, man. If I got it, if I didn't get it, I don't care. But I'm not gonna let you go without a hug. I'm super sorry. And then he goes, yeah, man, let's hug each other. So like this. I think that's the. Like, it doesn't matter, like,
let's all give Christian a nice big virtual hug because he's got to bounce right now.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. Short. My roommate, she's got her thing at 6, and it's like brand turf wars right now. So,
what? What it is? What is it?
So she's doing a Talking Jack with Matty Rat. So she's got her thing at 6 o'clock. So
What about what again? Sorry.
Talking Jack with Matty Rat.
Okay, nice, awesome. Man.
So I have to get off because I'm loud and she can hear everything. So, but guys, thank you so much, man. Keep your heads up, and I hope to see you guys once we get out of this. And I'll talk to you guys. Appreciate it, guys. I'll talk to you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Sorry to cut you off there, JP. I knew that he had to get off. But.
No, of course, no problem. And then it was funny because I was like, I set up 2 accounts, one personal, one that was something. So I was trying to log in through the other one because you can use this through the computer too, right? Yeah. So I was trying to log in the computer here in the phone here, but I got lost in here, but whatever. But yeah, man, like yesterday was really, really nice, you know. And we spent like maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours after we tattooing, just talking. And like, man, I really don't want to go home. I said, yeah, I know the feeling, man. It's like it's weird, but it's like it's amazing, man. So I think for the city, like I have a lot of friends and clients that they are nurses and things. They call me all the time. Like the whole thing gonna go nice, man. We're gonna have a blast. Will be amazing. It'll be a big time to change and adaptation of the city. So I think the club will make a lot more sense now.
Yep.
In a way, like everything we talked before. And what was the restaurant that was on where the cross street from Gracie, right? We had the food there that day.
Right down the block, right? Oh fuck.
Yeah, right there. I don't remember. It was a nice place.
The Wi-Fi password was McCowan.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the whole thing is like, so it's like I'm excited, man. I think things really, it's a new structure of living and doing, but it will be good, man. It'll be really good. I'm excited.
That was literally my last day in the city. I had lunch with you and Juan. We talked about doing the club, a few other things, and then I went and I met up with some people at Keen's, and we were having dinner at Keen's, and that's when everything started going off. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I'm like, they're gonna have the NCAA with no one in the stands. That was the biggest problem, man.
It's crazy, man. Like they had the football match, a soccer match back home. Like for they play on Wednesday, then they play on Saturday again. On Saturday, nobody watching. Nobody. We almost lost because the fans. Like you need the vibe, you need the energy. That's all. Like it's the same thing with the hug yesterday. We're gonna need these things, man. It's everybody was signing like, oh, you want to step in here, sign a paper, and I'm gonna give you a hug. Hugs with how you call those papers? Release forms, right? Like that's what it is, man. It's like it's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm excited. But you know, I said I can't do it anymore. So I decided to work. People has been writing me non-stop. I said, okay, 1 person a day, 2-3 hours max. Just chill out, and you know, no posting on social media, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just us hanging out. So it's cool. That's what we can do.
Make your money.
Yeah, exactly.
Zach, where are you going, kid? Where's your first bar back? What's your first meal back?
Man, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about. I love service bar in DC. I love those guys. I can walk in there and get a daiquiri and just pretty much any food they hand me. So, if I'm in New York, dinner is probably a tack room.
Ooh,
nice.
Hey, puppies. Sorry.
And then my first drink. Man, I don't know.
Zach, I'm surprised you didn't say happiest hour burger.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh,
I was waiting for that.
I know, me too. I was like, it's gonna be happiest hour.
That's tough. Yeah, I don't know where my first drink is gonna be. There's just I love August Laura, so maybe it's back over there. I don't know, man. There's so many great places.
At one point, by the way, so we're definitely getting Alyssa to sign up.
God, I love her.
Yeah, I'm meeting her tomorrow. I think I have a meeting with her tomorrow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
JP, now that I know you're tattooing, I might come on down to see that you're practicing social distancing at the shop.
Yeah, man, social distancing is really nice. You know, we have like suitcases, like suits and things, and like glass walls. Everybody, so it's like those places that you just put your hand outside and just tattooing like this. You know what I mean? So like you don't know who's tattooing, but it's me.
I won that competition, right?
Huh?
I won that competition.
The pandemic raffle. Yeah, we have a raffle. We have a raffle on our Square Up store. I was trying to type here, but I don't know how to stop the thing and type. But I can post it later. You can post.
I'll send it out to everybody that was on here as well.
Yeah, and then on Saturday, on this Friday, May 1st, because May 1st is Labor Day all over the world, right? Besides the United States. And on May 1st is like and then we're gonna release the Kickstart fundraiser. Now I got involved with everybody around the neighborhood. We're gonna have flags all the time. I could not talk about the alcohol because they stopped. They had me to really edit everything, serving drinks and everything. So not allowed, but we can do like distillery tours or like maybe the office tours and stuff. But it was nice. They got excited. So May 1st, the Kickstarter is going to be out too. So it was nice. We're trying to push as far as we can. Like, and I get involved like with everybody, like the tattooers, painters, photographers, photo shoots, DJs, music producers. It's like, it's not just for Aquasanta. Aquasanta is just the door to open to everybody else. That's how it is. It's nice, excited.
Beautiful. Well, I look forward to seeing you in person soon, man, and everybody else. It seems that everyone's going to be signing off now, so I think it's a good time to stop this one. But
okay,
JP, I would love to have you on the other ones, man. They're going to be hosting them, but they're going to be hosting every night at 5 o'clock. Please.
Yeah, I'll come in for sure, man. For sure, I'll come in, no problem. And then let's keep it rolling on. We're good to go. All right, later, guys. Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Love y'all. We'll
take care, brother.
Soon,
nice
man.
one. Well done.
Thank you.